Great. Thank you so much, action takers. As the name indicates, we can see there are a lot of members into our community, but you are here, right? So that's an indicator. You're not just believing listening and hearing and just saw the good practices, but I can say you are one of those action takers who are interested not only to learn, but apply things into the real life. See, the transformation is only going to happen when you are going to switch on your application mode, right? And the session 2 is mainly focusing on this application. In last session, I told you that only 5% of people in the world are going to do the goal setting exercise, right? The remaining 95% people are just living their life as it is, like whatever the day is coming and what are the situations, opportunities are coming to them by chance, whatever is left by the remaining 5% people, I can say. So those opportunities will be grabbed by this 95% people. Now, if you go to the statistics, out of these remaining 5% people who do the goal setting exercise, only 2% of people are really serious about it, who are going to put the efforts into that, right? And 1% of people are going to achieve their goals. The remaining 1%, I can say out of 2%, is still achieving their goal, but not up to the mark. But if you see, out of this 5% who are doing the goal setting, 2% are going to work on that and going to achieve that either partially or fully. The remaining 3% people didn't achieve goal in spite of they are doing the very good exercise, very good, they put the very good efforts into the goal setting. Do you know what is the reason? The reason is these are the three things. There is a lack of focus, there is a lack of inspiration, there is a lack of system, right? So even I'm going to say that if you have completed the goal setting exercise, right? Let me give an example. If you have framed your goal setting exercise today, right, before to start this session, you are into the 5% people. If you didn't set your goals, right, that means you are belong to 95% of people. That means they love to listen something good. They want like be the part of something great, but they didn't take the action, right? So if you are still in the 95% of the group, I will request you, this is my humble request to you, you still have a week's time because we are going to launch our hackathon 17 on this Saturday, right? So you have a this week's time. Shift from that 95% to 5% people, right? Set the goals. Go to the video of the last recordings, right? Last session. Uh, if you have any doubt, any help you need, just schedule a call with me. I will help you in goal setting as well. But shift from that 95% to 5% people, or 5% group. Now, just assume, right? Everyone in this group, as they are the part of this session too, I can say everyone has framed their goal statement. That means they are the part of this 5%, right? Chandra, I will take the questions later. Okay, I will give the chance, right? So now this 5% people we are going to talk about, right? That means you are here. You are the part of 5% people, right? Now, if you want to be join that 2% group, just I'm going to recall. If you want to join that 2% group, that means the people who are really achieving at least significant amount of your goal statement or the 100% or more than that of your goal statement, then you need to work on these three, right? So that I'm going to explain in very detail today. Now, before to start, let me recap what we had seen into the session 1, right? In session 1, we talk about what is the intent, right? So why we need to do the goal setting. And in that, I've explained like the goal setting is the first thing that is making invisible things visible. If I ask this question, like what you want from your life, I'm sure that 95% of people don't know what is their goal into the life, right? But 5% people know. So this is the intent, right? We need to make the things what we really want from our life that must be very visible. Then we talk about the two beautiful exercises, smart and nice exercise. And by using these two frameworks, how we can set our goals, how we can refine that. And I have also shared you the templates by which you can use these two templates and you can frame your goal statement. And as a part of that, yeah, we also talk about the new initiatives that we are going to start in 2026 to ensure that only committed people are in the room so that we can say, because it's kind of energy sharing session, right? So everyone in the meeting, in the room, if they are committed for this, I can see that, or I can feel that the energy is very high, and everyone in the community, everyone in this meeting is getting something great, right? So that's why some of the initiatives that we already started. So just assuming that we are ready with our goal statement, now let's focus on these three root causes. I can say these are the three categories of the root causes for our failures of the goal achievement, right? So first one is focus, inspiration, and system, and I'm going to cover that in detail. But before that, I think Chandan has a question. Yeah, Chandan, please tell me. Chandan, are you there?
Vijay, I'm riding my bike. Okay,
Okay,
so
okay.
uh, I'll ask my question at the later stage.
Okay, okay, no worries. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah, okay. So let's talk about the focus, right? Focus is the first thing because of that. After the goal setting, of course, the goal setting is the first step. But after you set the goals, as a part of this session, I'm going to say that focus is the thing that is the main contributor, whether you can achieve your goal or you cannot achieve your goal, right? Focus gives us clarity. So I'm going a little bit slow here because this is a very critical part of your goal achievement process. Focus gives us clarity, keeps us on the right path. So if you set the goals and if you have the focus on that, that means you are going to achieve your goals. Now, there is an old saying, right? So I love that saying. If you focus on the topmost or most important activities in the day, you are going to achieve those activities. But if you don't plan the activities in a day, it will simply filled with the low priority actions, right? So anyway, you are going to do something great. You are going to do a lot of activities in a day. But if you are focused on, okay, what are the activities I need to do? Might be like one or two or three activities which are very important for me, which belongs to the goal statement. I'm going to do that every single day. If you are going to plan that, then you are going to put the efforts towards it. But if the focus is not there, if you're not going to plan those activities, automatically you're going to do the other activities which are not contributing to your goal. And at the end result, you can see your dream is your goal is simply like the wish that you want to accomplish, but it is never get achieved. Why? Because there is a lack of focus. Now, today's session is very different, very unique because nobody is going to say you in the world that how to improve your focus, right? What are the things that we can have as a system, or I can say as a technique, thereby we can improve our focus. So if you want to take the notes, even I'm going to share the recording of this session after we complete this. But even if you want like to make the notes of this, please do that, right? This is very important for you because I put a lot of efforts to identify all those techniques and everything and make it easy for you. So are you ready to understand what are the techniques by which we can improve our focus? Just let me know. I just want to see some energy.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Great, great, great. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, you can see that's a great thing. So the first thing is stop multitasking. So you can say this is a very good word to listen, right? Multitasking. Yeah. But this is the worst thing that is killing your productivity, that is killing your creativity, and also the I can say the effectiveness. So though it is a very good word to listen, in reality, this is a really bad word. This is a really impacting your creativity, your focus, and all the things. So what is meant by stop multitasking? Multitasking, that means it's not like that we should not do the multiple tasks. You can do it, but not at the same point of time. For example, if you are into this session, you should be only into this session. You should not be checking your phone. You should not be watching something. You should not be talking with somebody, right? Because it is like you're neither contributing there nor you are going to contribute here, right? So stop multitasking. At any point of time, whatever the task you are going to do, please be there 100%. Like, for example, when you are going to learn something, have the 100% focus in learning. If you're going to play the cricket or any other sports, have the 100% focus there. If you're going to watch the TV, I can also say that watch the TV with 100% focus. Anything that you are going to do, please give the 100% of time, 100% of attention there, because it is giving you some kind of, I can say, the focus and energy, right? It's like you might have seen the experiment, right, which we used to do in our childhood, right? We are having some lens, and we are going to gather the rays of the sun by using that beam or lens, and you can see that when you are going to accumulate that on particular point, like a paper or something, after some time it is getting burned. So that is also called as a laser point focus. So if you want that focus has to be there into your goal accomplishment, you need to stop multitasking. Multitasking split attention, reduces quality, and slows real progress. So you might have seen that many people are going to put the efforts consistently, but because of they are doing the multitasking, they're having the average into that. If you want simply expertise and you want to achieve your goal fully, please stop multitasking from today onwards. Is it clear to everyone?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir.
Great. Now the second one is interesting, right? So I try to make it interesting for you so that you can always remember and also you can follow in real life. Multiplication through subtraction. This is multiplication through subtraction. That means what? Remove the things which are not contributing to your goal. Remove the network which are draining your energy, right? Avoid the, I can say, the networking and I can say, the group of people who are simply draining your energy. Thereby, you are going to put your energy into the very important or vital task. So that's called as a multiplication through subtraction. Removing non-essential tasks increases effectiveness immediately. So we need to identify what are the things that is contributing to your goal statement, right? That has to be focused on that. You need to put the more focus on that. And thereby your energy, your results are going to multiply. So this is called as multiplication through subtraction. Is it clear about the second one?
Yes, sir.
Great. Now let's talk about the third one, which is learn to say no. So this looks like very simple thing, but this is one of the most important thing, because many times we are going to do the activities which we don't want to do, that's not going to contribute in our goal statement, and that's many times is like not a work to put the efforts and energy, but we need to do, right? So you need to set the clear boundaries to protect your time and energy for what truly matters. So if you can see, this is also one of the most important characteristics of successful people. They have the clear identification whether I should do it or should not do it. Anything that is deviating you from your goals, you must say that no. For example, if you take the example that we take into the last session, like I want to reduce the weight, for example, right? And in that case, if I'm going to join some party or somewhere, right? And there I got come across some of the food, and I know that if I'm going to eat that, that is going to spoil my entire thing, right? Entire my rituals, my efforts and everything. So at that point of time, you must say no, right? Because it's deviating you from your goal statement, right? It's not easy, but you need to do that. Learn to say no. The fourth one is define a daily finish line. Let's say, for example, don't work on your goal statement when you are tired. Please don't do that, because by the time you are going to work on your goal statement, when you don't have the energy, you don't have the willingness, it's simply creating the negativity about your goals, right? So define a daily finish line, right? Knowing when enough is enough prevents overwork and drift. So it's the best time is you need to identify what is the time. I will come to that one of the area in focus as well, but you need to define what is your enough is enough line. You should not be overworked, right? Because it's ultimately going to spoil your health, and there are other consequences of it as well, right? So define a daily finish line. That's another thing by which you will be improving your focus. Batch similar tasks. So if you're going to work on the number of activities, let's say, for example, 3 or 4 activities, which are like you're going to visit some place and there you're going to complete all those activities. So bring them together, right? Make a batch of them so that it will save your time and it will also improve productivity. Grouping similar work minimizes mental switching cost. So you should not be like switch here and there and here and there. For example, let me give you a simplest example. Let's say I'm going to create some content, right? And I also need to connect, give or make some 3 important calls. And I also I need to also visit 2 important places. So the best thing is like that. I can identify which is the simplest task and that will take the minimum time. So I can complete that, right? So I will have the maximum time on the task, which is very important to me. So I can visit the 2 places, right? Then I make 3 calls and then I will start work on my video content or the content that I'm going to create. It should not be like I will create some content, then I will make 1 call, then I visit the 1 place, and then I will come back. Again, I will work on the video, right? It should not be like that, right? So you can group similar tasks that will minimize your mental switching cost. Your mind should not be switched from here and there. That's called as a residual, right? And when you're having the residual from one work to another work, it is simply reducing your productivity. So that's similar task. The 6th one is create distraction-free zones. So for example, for me, if I'm going to create some content or if I'm going to attend some meeting, so there is 1 place, right? This is my place. So I'm coming here and it's like I'm closing the doors and it will be like my distraction-free zone. So during this time, I will be doing only the activity that I'm going to do, right? So for your work, for your goal that you have set for this 2026, you also need to create some zone, right? It should be like simpler, the place where you can just separate or segregate from the remaining areas so that you can, when you're going to visit there, when you're going to sit there, you can think about your goal and you can start working on your goal statement, right? So create distraction-free zones. It is having the separate, I can say, the creativity. Do you know about the Edison, right? Edison and also the Einstein. So they are having the black rooms. So which is exactly below when they are going to be live. So whenever they want to work on these experiments and everything, they are just simply going into that room. So there is like this small light is there and it's a completely segregated from the entire world. So they are going to work there because there is no distraction there. They will be having the entire focus on their experiments. And the 7th one is protect peak energy hours. So this is again linked to your defined daily finish line. Select the time for your goal, which is your highest energy point. Let's say, for example, it might be as soon as you wake up early in the morning. So that is, I can say, the peak energy hour, right? Because you are having the highest creativity. You will be having the highest energy, right? So this is the best time to work on your goals, right? So for example, some of the people, the late evening is a very good time for them because they are having the highest creativity there. They are having the highest energy at that point of time. So depending on, because you are the only person who knows what is your peak energy hours. So you need to ask this question to yourself, okay, what is my best time where my energy is high, my creativity is high, and at that time, you need to work on your goal. Schedule goal critical tasks when focus and energy are highest, right? Even if you're not sure about, okay, let's take an example, like my morning time is high energy time. So you can work on your goals in the morning. If you are going to say my evening time is the peak energy hours, you can work in the evening. But if you don't know whether I'm the morning person or evening person, no worries. Just try for 1 week in the morning and 1 week in the evening and see in which I can say the sample size we are getting the more results, right? If you're saying that in the evening hours you will be more happily doing you're working on your goal statement more happily, select the evening time. You can continue with that, right? Or if you want to switch between morning and evening, that also you can do. But the thing is here, you know what is your peak energy hours and you need to select that for working on your goal statement. Is it clear about the 7 techniques for the focus?
Yes.
Right. So
Yeah.
start working immediately on this, right? So maybe you can make some card or something like that. It's not difficult to understand and also not difficult to remember, right? But and it's I can say, but it's the most difficult when you're going to execute, right? But you frequently need to ask this question, right? Did I doing the multitasking, right? Should I eliminate some of the groups or some of the networking? Whenever I must said no, am I working on my goal statement when I'm tired of? Whether I'm practicing these like batch the similar task, right? And whether whenever I'm going to work, should or am I having the multiple distractions, right? And am I also working in the good energy hours, right? So that we need to check. By the time you're going to check that periodically, I can say your focus is going to be improved. It will not be like 0 to 100, right? Of course, it will move from 0 to 10 and then 10 to 20, 20 to 30, slowly, right? But by the time you're going to follow this, you can see your focus is going to be improved. Like I can say, whenever I found that whenever my focus is not good, I'm going to think, okay, out of this, what is the activity that I am missing? And that's a simple eye opener for me. Okay, I need to focus on this. So even I know it, even I'm going to execute that multiple times, still many times I will have any one of these issues. So I'm going to review that and I'm going to correct my focus. So it's also going to happen with me multiple times, even I know it, right? But the thing is that how we can bounce back, how we can come on track. And for that purpose, the remaining two things are going to help me, right? Even I'm going somewhat out of focus, the remaining two things are helping me to come back on track and be focused. Okay, is it clear about the focus?
Yes.
Great. Now
Yes,
let's talk about, thank you so much. Now let's talk about the inspiration, right? Now why I'm going to say that out of all these three, right? Focus, inspiration, and sustain, all three are mandatory, right? There is no option for that, right? Because if even any one of these is missing, you're not going to achieve your goal effectively, right? Now let's talk about the inspiration. Why inspiration is important? Inspiration gives us energy. Let's say, for example, if you are focused, but if you don't have the energy, are you getting the results? Of course not, right? So inspiration is the energy, right? And even if you can say that once you might be, whenever you're going to share a goal statement with me, I'm sure that you got the feedback from me, like there is one element is missing. That's the emotions, right? Whenever I'm going to talk about the goal statement, it must have the emotions. And why? Because it consists of the inspiration. Whenever there is an emotion into your goal statement, it carries the energy. It carries the inspiration, right? And it keeps us moving. Now, if you want to keep yourself always inspired, now there is a difference between motivation and inspiration, right? Motivation is like you're going to watch something very good video, right? You're saw some of the success story and you got motivated from it, right? And by the time you're going to see, okay, you're motivated, you're going to put the more energy. But the problem with the motivation is it's temporary. By the time its impact is going to be lose, you will again going back to your zero, right? So always have the inspiration. Now, what's the inspiration? Inspiration is not you are getting from outside. It is you will be generating from inside. It is your inner why. It is your inner reason that why you want to do it. And that's why I always talk about whenever you set the goal statement, what is your emotion into it? Why you want to achieve it, right? So this is important. Now, what are the ways by which you can have the inner inspiration? You can have the inner energy and you're not depending on the external world. Like somebody will come and he or she will motivate me to achieve my goal. If you have the inspiration, you are the motivation for others, right? Now, there are three things by which you can keep your inspiration always at high. The first thing is reconnect to your why. Why you want to achieve this. Whenever you're going to say that your energy is low, revisit your goal statement and ask why I said this goal statement, why I want to achieve this, right? So reconnect the why, that's the first thing. Purpose provides emotional fuel during the difficult phases. It's not like that we are the human beings, right? We are not always at the high. We are at the high, low, right? Many times we are at the high and many times we are at the low. Low means like we are simply feeling like I cannot achieve this, right? It's simply impossible for me. It's not for me, right? I cannot do that. World is I don't have the resources, right? So the many things comes in our mind because it's up and down phase of us as a human being, right? But the thing is, when you're going to reconnect that to the why, you will get to know that, yes, I can do it. I need to do it because this is for me, right? So the first thing, when you want inspired, right? When you have the inner inspiration all the time, you must have your why very clear, and a thing that you must periodically review that. When you're going to feel like you're at the low level, you're having the low energy, please revisit to your goal statement, why you started this. The second is track visible progress, right? So here, when I'm going to talk about the progress, it's not about the outcomes. It's not about the results, right? Seeing progress reinforce belief and commitment. You might have seen that we talk about the nice goal statement, right? And here, in that nice goal statement, we talk about the outcome and action based. Like, if I continue the same example that I want to reduce the weight, then instead of focusing on weight, I'm going to focus on I need to do 30 minutes of exercise every day, right? And that you can track whether I'm doing every day 30 minutes of exercise or not. Track visible progress. The third one is the celebrate efforts, not just results. I think these are interlinked, right? What are the two things that we are going to see? Acknowledging disciplined action keeps momentum alive. So discipline is the thing that will give you the inspiration. Motivation is like you will get temporary, but if you just have the motivation, if you don't have the inspiration and discipline, it's just a matter of time and you will again come back to zero. In the new year, again, you are going to set the new goal, right? That's going to happen with the remaining 3% of people, right? So if you really want to be part of this 2% people who set the goals, consistently work on that and achieve their goals significantly, you need to be have discipline. And that is again, one of the core value of our community. You might have seen that I'm always going to talk about the discipline, perseverance, right? And your commitment. And that is required for the achieving your goals as well. Is it clear about the inspiration?
Yes.
Yeah, Vijay.
Is it light? Are you able to understand clearly, or anything that is very hard to understand, something like that? Or is everything clear?
Yes, everything is clear.
Okay, great. Now, shall I tell you the one ritual that I am following every single day? Yeah, sometimes it is also getting missed from my side. Let be very honest with you. But I always try to follow this ritual every single day, and thereby I'm getting my inner inspiration. Do you want I should share that with you as well?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
definitely.
So this is I'm listening this every single day, right? So what is the thing that I'm going to listen every single day? This is very powerful, and it's a video. Strangest secret in the world. So that's the audio, right? And I'm going to listen that every single day. Strangest secret in the world by Earl Nightingale. So the Earl Nightingale has, I think, in 1911 or around that. This is the telephonic. There is an interview on radio which is given by the Earl Nightingale, and in that he said, "What is the strangest secret in the world to achieve the success?" Right? Every people knows like what are the ways or means by they can achieve the goals, but still they're not going to achieve the goals, and that's why this is the strangest. So there are 5 steps he explained in very detail. That's around 30 minutes of audio is there. Precisely, it's a 34 minutes of audio. So I will request you without a delay, right? Unless and until you get the 100% inspiration for your goal statement, this is the 30-day test. You need to listen that every single day. Let's say, for example, you listen that up to the 15 days, and on 16th day you miss it, again you need to start from scratch. But believe me, by the time you are going to listen this 30 consecutive days, you will see the significant transformation in your thought process, in your actions, in your mindset, in your inspiration and everything, right? This is not easy, and that's why not everyone is going to achieve that as well, right? But if you're going to follow this consecutively 30 days, you will see the transformation. the value of this, right? So please try this. I'm also going to share the link of this after the end of this session with you in our group that is formed for the goal setting. Please go through it. And by the time you are going to listen that on the day 1 and day 2, I'm sure that you will get a very little understanding of this, right? Because it is very deep. But by the time you are going to repeat that, maybe on 3rd and 4th and 5th day, you will try to realize what is the inner message into that. And maybe you are going to reach it to the 6th and 7th day, you will see how much it is connected to you. And from day 8, you will feeling like, yes, you are at the different level. The thought process, your energy, your inspiration will be at the different level, and you will understand what's the value of putting the efforts into the correct direction, how to set that and everything. In other words, I can say you will be getting the better and better clarity about your goals and actions when you are going to listen that consecutive 30 days. Is it clear about the inspiration?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Great. Now let's talk about the system, right? Focus is there. We talk about the focus, we talk about the inspiration, but if the system is not there, again, there is a problem, right? With focus and inspiration, is it like that we cannot achieve the goals? Yes, we can. But what is the main intent of system is like it is shorten your road to reach your goals. It is shorten your time to reach your goal. Let's say, for example, with focus and inspiration, you can achieve the goal maybe in years' time. But if you have the very good system, that system I'm going to explain you now, if you are going to follow this system, instead of working on this entire year, can do that in half of the time. In 6 months, you can achieve this goal. And that's the power of system. It shortens your time to reach the goal, right? System gives us consistency, ensures we reach to destination and we are not living in between, right? So system is again an integral part of this exercise. Now, here again, I'm going to explain 3 techniques or 3 parts that we need to understand as a part of system. The first one is weekly reality review. Irrespective of whatever is going to happen, at least have a review once in a week, right? Let's say, for example, if it is too hard for you to review your progress on daily basis, right? At least you should have a mechanism to review your performance, your actions, your achievements on weekly basis, right? Now, how to do that? Measure actions taken against planned actions, not intentions, right? So you should not focus on the result. Just focus on the activities by which you will be getting the results. Now here, I'm going to always talk about this system. So I'm going to use this system, I think more than 7 or 8 years now. I'm following this every single day, right? I'm just going to ask these 3 questions before going to bed. What went well? So I just recap my entire day in a flash, and I'm going to say that, okay, in the entire day, what is going to happen good with me? And again, with respect to my goal statement as well. I'm also going to talk about what went wrong. So I should not repeat that. I should learn from it and I should avoid the reoccurrence of that. And what could be improved? That means something has happened to good with me, but if I could handle that in another way, the results could be the different. So it is helping me to improve on the next day, right? So it is very hard for you. You can do this exercise on weekly basis, because usually when I started, I was doing on weekly basis, right? I'm going to see in entire week, what was good happen with me, what was the wrong happen with me, or because of my actions, my there may be decisions and anything, and what are the things that can be improved. So this is a mechanism, right? So that is giving you the feedback. Okay, yes, now I need to change this. I need to work on this, right? Nothing is perfect, right? Even as I'm going to say that, I know everything, I'm applying that periodically, but many times I'm also going to do the mistakes. So it's okay, right? Relax. Just follow the system and don't be panic like if you're going to make the mistake. It's okay. It's our life, and we are the human being, right? So we can always create the mistakes. But if you have the system, right, it is keeping on track, right? In spite of you've gone something or you've done something wrong, you can simply correct it. You got an opportunity for that. Second is assumption check. So what is meaning of that? Validate whether your current approach is still correct. Let's say, for example, I'm going to follow some ritual, right? let's say, for example, I'm going to put 30 minutes of activities every day, and I'm going to check that on weekly or monthly basis, how it is going to be reflect on my result, right? You should not check the results every day, but you should have the mechanism to check the results, like maybe uh, once in a 2 weeks or once in a month. Like, as I'm going to do the 50 minutes of exercise every day, 30 minutes of exercise every day, you can check after 2 weeks whether there is a reduction in my weight, or after 1 month whether there is a reduction in my weight, right? Sometimes if you want, like if you're putting the more efforts, you can also check on weekly basis how my reduction in weight is going to happen. And thereby we can see, yes, my earlier weight was, let's say, for example, 80, and now it is moved to this 78 or 77. Yes, there is some change. Yes, that means whatever your actions, that is going into the correct direction. But if it is like instead of 80, it is going to 82, that means there is something which is missing, or you're going to do something miserably wrong, right? So we need to check that. So that's called as assumption check. It is again called as a part of feedback analysis in some cases. Single point course correction. Change one variable at a time to remain alignment quickly, right? So don't change anything or everything at a time, right? Because you don't know how much impact of each of the activities on your goal statement, on your efforts, on your results, right? So if you are going to change anything, change one point at one point of time, at any point of time, right? Don't change multiple things at a time. Is it clear about the system?
Vijay, I have a query. Like, do you journal or make entry of your daily activities, and then later in the week you would review it, or how do you like plan?
It's not, I'm doing the journaling, right? So early morning when I'm going to wake up, right? So I'm going to do that, like, uh, what are the things what was the day and everything, right? That I'm going to plan. Now, before going to sleep, so I'm having the 2 cycles of this. Before going to sleep, I'm just having the recap of what was my entire day, right? What was gone wrong, what was went well, and what could be improved. That's the thing. And on the second day, I'm having the journaling where I'm going to talk about my affirmations. Like every morning, I'm going to write my 5 affirmations. Like, I have everything that I want to get from my life. I'm the greatest person ever born on this life, on this earth, right? I'm having the everything, all the resources that I want to accomplish. I'm having the healthy family. I'm having my healthy life, right? I have a fit body, and I'm having the enough money to live my life fully. And then I having another affirmations, like I have all the people who are living besides me, like my wife, my parents, and my children, right? So I'm having that affirmations early in the morning, right? And along with that, whatever the activities that I planned in the evening, I'm just going to bookmark that. Okay, I'm going to do these 3 activities today. Sometimes 2 activities, or sometimes like 1 or 2 activities, depending on how much time that activity is going to take, right? But at no point of time having the activities more than 30 minutes, because it will keep my energy intense, right? So if I'm going to work on this, I will put my entire energy there, like that. So it's like varies from person to person. What is the tactics that you can use? That's totally depending on what you believe in, right? If you're believing, okay, writing it number of tasks and mark them as completed, because some of the people are getting the different kind of joy if they're going to list it and if they are going to scratch it, right? Yes, done. It's up to you, right? So whatever the things that you want to do, tactics can be vary from man to man in what they believe in, right? But the techniques like this, or the basics will be like this. You must have the focus, you must have the inspiration, and you must have some sustenance where you're going to check your progress. If anything is missing, if anything is not going into the correct direction, or if anything is deviating from you, from your goal statement, you must do the course correction. You must come on the track, and you will start working on your goal statement. Does that answer your question, Chandan?
Yes, Vijay, thank you so much.
Yeah, great. Okay, any other questions, team?
Vijay, I had a question. Like earlier, I had raised my hand, right?
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is regarding the recording. Like, it's not been uploaded in the hackathon series, right? Yet.
No, it's not a part of hackathon, right? Maybe if we are going to do that, I guess the more focused way on the
Uh-huh.
say it's not a in hackathon. What we are going to do, we are focused on our entire Lean Six Sigma only, right? We are focusing on our professional life and the some part of it, right? How we are going to work on this in 90-day challenge. Now, these two
Correct.
sessions that we planned on the 29th of December and today, so that is completely focusing on your year 2026, right? So it's not there into hackathon, but I think I was confused where to upload. But I think who has asked this? I think Prathamesh has asked or the Vijay has asked. Out of these two, asked for the recording of this, and I didn't upload it anywhere. So I put that onto the YouTube. So let's everybody get
Okay.
benefited from this, right? So I also upload this recording on the YouTube, right? And I will share the link into the group, and you can go through this recording.
Okay, Vijay, thank you.
Okay, great. Anything else? Any question or anything that you want to share?
Sir, I want to ask something.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yes, in the first point on focus, you say stop multitasking. In this point, I want to ask that how can I stop multitasking? Means I am splitting the works in in a row. I want to complete my task in 1 hour. Then I want to complete my second task in next hour, and I want to complete my task in again third hour. Then it's like multitasking.
See, multitasking is not like that. You need to do or you should not do the multiple task. You can do the multiple task, right? As I said, like you can do the multiple tasks. That means, let's say I can talk about you can watch something, you can read something, after that you can write something, and after that maybe you can take your maybe lunch or dinner, or if you want, you can go outside and play something. You can do multiple tasks, right? Multitasking is like, let's say for example, you're watching this video, you're into this session, right? And you're also surfing your mobile phone, right? That should not be done. Multitasking is like you should not do two tasks at the same time. Okay?
Yes, okay.
You can do the multiple task, right? You can do the multiple task. Whatever the task you want, you can do it. But when you are going to do the one task, you must do that at one point of time, right? Maybe some people are allowed to watch TV while they are going to take the dinner, right? So that we can call it as a, okay, you can use that multitasking, right? Because both of the activities we can say you can perform, but at the same time, some of the people are going to talk about like when you are going to eat, you should be focused on your eating. You should not watch TV, right? So in that way you can do. Yeah, Dhananjay, you are saying something.
Yeah, actually, same thing. You just talked, no?
Yeah.
So we say that while eating, watching a TV or mobile is normal.
Yeah.
But it is said that when we do that, there is a delay when our brain understands that it is enough. But
Right.
because we are watching TV, so we overeat. So
Overeat.
yeah, so multitasking is not anyway is a good solution. So that's what currently the research and many psychologists as well sharing that.
Yeah, always there is a residual, right? That's moving from one task to another task, and because of that it kills your productivity, it kills your effectiveness, and it kills your creativity as well, right? So multitasking is simply not the good thing. The misunderstanding about this word is not like that. You should not do the multiple tasks. You do whatever task you want to do, but not at the same time. That's the meaning of multitasking. It's clear, Prathamesh?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, great.
Yes.
Okay, anything else? Any question? Any comment that you want to make? Anything that you want to ask? Okay, if not, I'm always here. So if you need any help, right, you can schedule a call with me. You can ping me on the WhatsApp and we can discuss that in detail as well. Okay. Yeah, Sagar, you are saying something?
Vijay, there is one, not a question, but a query is that these affirmations you are means having every day, does they help good means what is your experience about them?
Yeah,
And can you share some of them?
Yes, sir, definitely. I will share that in our goal, right? The group that we have created, I will share the affirmations there. And what is the power of affirmation? See, your mind is like, it's going to work like what you're going to say your mind, right? When you're going to say that, okay, I'm weak, your mind is going to be like, automatically behave like it's a weak, and it will draining your entire energy from your body, right? But by the time you are going to say, okay, now I'm good, right? I'm happy. It also gives some kind of signals, same kind of signal to your entire body, and your body like behaves like that. So affirmation is have a very strong impact on your entire body, right? Your energy level, your working style, and everything is going to be impacted by that, right? Yes, definitely. Affirmation is very great. And even if you can see, as a part of the traits of highly successful people that we are going to discuss every single week as a part of our hackathon, our 90-day challenge. In that, there is the trait number 5, where we talk about the self-confidence, right? Affirmations is played a very important critical role in your self-confidence, right? So if you have the affirmations more precisely early in the morning or before going to the sleep, it is playing a very important role in your entire energy, into your entire self-confidence, right? So it's critical here.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Please share the affirmations so
yes.
we can help. It can help us to build our affirmations.
Definitely. Yes, I will share that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anything else, team?
So it was very nice because many people are confused in inspiration and motivation. That is truly explained you, because I always remember, like, the Shivaji Maharaj, why it was inspiration for love, because love for his motherland culture and maybe desire for his Swaraj and vision for the strong society. So that was inspiration behind Shivaji Maharaj. So far they have achieved great, because I always see in the great personality they are, at par they are working for the inspiration.
Absolutely.
And also read some books also. Then Swami Vivekananda said that you are the creator for your own destiny. Let's crush your goal and make your own path.
Absolutely. Rightly said. Thank you.
That we have to make it for this year.
Great. Thank you so much for adding this, Sagar. Yeah, these are really great examples to explain. Like, yeah, of course, Shivaji Maharaj is always great, and he's an inspiration, and even entire world is inspired from him, because you can say he's also called as a creator of the Navy, father of the Navy, right? So
yeah.
I must say that in across the world, in all the literatures and all the against the defense that is going to happen, right? All the defense departments, maybe you can talk about the military, Navy, or Air Force. There is always a lesson on Shivaji Maharaj, its principles about the Navy and the fighting and all those, right? So he is not inspiration only for the India or Maharashtra, I can say, it's for the entire world. So you just given this great example, and also you got talk about the Swami Vivekananda. He's also the inspiration for the entire world about his thought process and the spirituality and all those. Great examples, Sagar. Thank you.
Yes. Because why I'm thinking about that, I am thinking in the reverse direction. I always said, why great people always, whatever they take a goal, so they are always success. Why we are failing? And whatever they decide, they will reach at par above the goals what they have decided.
Correct.
And this is not for self also, it is for entire society or entire world.
Correct. So the thing
so
is,
we have to set goal.
Yeah.
We have to set goal like bigger than life, what we talked last week, no?
It should be bigger than yourself, right? So that's another thing. If it is linked to the purpose, like we form as a learn and apply, or as a myself, I form a goal statement which is bigger than me, right? So we always think about how we can help the entire society with our knowledge, right? And how we can get the transformations done, right? In every community member. And that's why you can see they're having the multiple initiatives, and it's everything free for our community members, right? And
Yeah.
if you can link back to the things like why the successful people are successful, because they have the focus, right? Whatever they are going to set, they have the inspiration because they have the inner thing. Like it's not coming from outside, it's coming from inside. Like, yes, I need to do that, right? And that's
Yeah.
why they are having the huge amount of energy, right? In spite of having the lack of resources, right? They
Yeah.
will always are going to achieve the goals. And they're also having some kind of systems, like they might be thinking, okay, whether this is going to be work, or if not, this is not going to work, then how we can pivot that so that it can work for the others.
Yes.
Great,
And
Sagar. Yeah.
one more thing, just I wanted to say that fortunately I was in the traveling. In the 31st, I was in the hotel due to traveling. So there was a bonfire. So what I thought of that, whatever negativity or anything did not succeed in the 2025, or whatever not achieved in 25, that I all crushed and put it to the bonfire. I said that yes, whatever negativity is there to 25, we have to leave it in from mind also. And we have to start newly from tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
And three things are decided: what things need to leave, what we are going to do in the 2026, and what we are going to give community or any friends. What you said, no, what we are giving back to society, like that. So this strategy is very well. So as an ideal person to set the goal.
Bang on, bang on. Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Sagar. Great.
So,
yeah, Prathamesh, you're saying something? Yeah.
Yes. Today we see the motivation versus inspiration, or the difference between motivation and inspiration. If anyone can explain a small example in motivation and inspiration.
Yeah. Atul, do you want to take that example? I will be happy if you can explain. Atul?
Yes, motivation.
Yeah, motivation versus inspiration, because I think before the start of the session we talk about it. If you can explain. Yeah.
Yes, by going, I also I used to see the reels. So I come across one reel from African runner, means he's a walker who set the record for a marathon for less hours. What he said that the means when you the starting of the any task is at the age of 19 is very good, but when you come across that should I start the task today, the inspiration comes to you. That inspiration whenever at the age of 40, 50, 60, 70, whenever it comes, start it on that day only. That is the inspiration from that African walker. I didn't know his name, but that really is very good. Means he said that whenever you think that you can start it today, that is the inspiration. And motivation, what we say that when you read something and you want to think that yes, I want to do that, like this one. Like when you come across the famous 𝗵𝗂𝗶𝘶𝗵𝘃 and his reels, everyone may have seen one or two reels. When 𝗵𝗂𝗶𝘶𝗵𝘃 said anything, so whatever he motivates the people, IAS or whichever the students they are working, they are studying some what we say exams, he motivating them. But what he said that motivation turns into inspiration when you have discipline. If you do the things regular basis, then there is no motivation, that is inspiration comes to you. That is a motivation and inspiration.
Yeah, Thank you so much, Atul, for explaining so much of detail and with examples, multiple examples. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
In simple words, if I want to summarize everything, the motivation is like outside, from outside. It's coming from outside. Like as Atul has said, you are going to watch some video, you got motivated, right? Read some quote, you got motivated, right? Or you see some success story, you got motivated. But inspiration is like from inside, right? It's come from inside. Okay, you're going to say out. Anybody is going to say, instead of like do this kind of activity or that kind of activity, you are going to see like, I need to do this for me, I need to do this for my family, I need to do this for my entire society, my country, right? If that is coming from inside, that's called as inspiration. And when you have the inspiration, it will be long lasting, right? Motivation is like temporary. You got motivated and it can be have the impact of, let's say, for example, 2 or 3 days or weeks, right? And after that, it's getting disappeared. Inspiration is like permanent, right? It will be from your inner and that will be lifelong. It's clear, Prathamesh?
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Atul sir also. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Okay. Anything else? Atul, Prathamesh, Dhananjay, you want to add?
No,
Okay.
thank you, Vijay, for keeping this session, because this session is one thing that needs to be there. Means to set the goals. Every new year we set the goals, and this is become a ritual that we will do this one and this. What we say in this year we will do this and we will do that. In 15 days or a month, that whatever we have taken the decision to do has gone a long way, and we didn't do anything. But what the process you have addressed today, it will definitely give us the what we say, the system to achieve the goals more seriously and sincerely. What is lacking is the seriousness and sincereness and discipline. So when this means with my experience, I said that from last 15 days, I am trying to set the goals for this year sincerely. So I said myself lot of every day we will set the goals. I will set the goals. Some of my relatives also said, look, you have to do this, you have to do that. Whatever they gives me motivation to do that, and I am aligning myself to set the goals. But after thinking and after means what we say, putting my efforts into setting the goals, I came across your program, this goal setting. So when you try to do something, it get aligned with your motivation or your what you said. So this program helped today me also participate definitely, that we will do the more serious, sincere efforts for achieving the goals. And what the achievement of goals is not the achievement of the goals only, but it is the gives you the confidence that you can achieve something. That is important.
Right. Truly said.
Yes.
And thank you so much for your honest feedback and explanation in so much of detail. Yes, everyone who is going to watch you there, right? Because that is also another inspiration or motivation to them, right? Thank you so much, Atul. And when we are going to see more precisely, right? You talk about the process, and that was again the story. Like, because earlier, maybe in 2019, when we started these programs for Lean Six Sigma trainings and all those, then I come to across that, yes, people are undergone board training, they're implementing some projects, but it's just a matter of time. After 3 or 6 months, again, they're coming back to zero, because there is no system that is keeping them on track, that is helping them to, okay, take the periodic efforts to execute your Lean Six Sigma knowledge and sharpen it to the next level always. And thereby, there is the, I can say, the birth of this hackathon process. And I'm happily say that we complete the 16th process, right? 16 90-day challenge we completed. And this is a mechanism, right? This is a system. Even if you miss the track, you can again come back on track, and you can start your journey again from scratch. You can start your learning from the scratch of the entire Lean Six Sigma, the project execution, understanding like what is important for the professionals, right? If they want to take the leadership roles and they want to achieve the extensive problem solving skills and all those. So this is a process, right? And it's perfectly linked to that. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay,
Good,
great.
good.
Yeah, you're saying something.
Yeah, I disconnected some few minutes. Yeah, someone asked no motivation and inspiration. Just I remember that. So it's like motivation. I feel that it's always an externals. So it is just like make it to act or often triggered by the need. Like if suppose you want to get this course sum in the exam, so I have to study it. This is like motivation. If you want to really become an expert, like if you take in Six Sigma, if suppose I want to just pass and leave it behind my study, so then you have to only for the motivation will help you. But if you want to become expert in Six Sigma, if you want to become an expert in the future also, then you need a real inspiration.
Absolutely. Yeah. Bhagavan Sagar, thank you
And
again for
means
the
because in inspiration, what motive is that I want to do this because it feels me meaningful, and that comes from the inner spark. That is more important.
Right. Yeah, you rightly said, Sagar.
Yes.
Great. Anything else before to end the today's session? Okay. So thank you so much. We just completed it in time, right? So thank you so much for your valuable time and commitment. Let's work together for 2026. And even if you need any help in between as well, I'm just a click away from you, right? So schedule a call with me. We can discuss. And as we are going to approach to the Hackathon 70 from this Saturday, we are again going to refine our goal statements and everything to the focusing on the Hackathon 70 for the next 90 days on this Saturday. Okay. So please take care. Have a great evening and see you on Saturday.
Yes. Good night to all.
Yeah.
Have a great weekend.
Bye.
Thank you.
Good night all.
Thank you.